Bro, I've been looking for one of these, but it's so hard to find. There was nothing else like this. Coming soon to the Hamilton collection. I love how Stradman found his dad's old GMC truck, because that's something, I mean, my dad didn't have one, but there's a 79 F250 that I kind of had when I was young, and I've always wanted to have it. But anyway, oh yeah, we also forgot to tell you guys that we brand new wrapped a Porsche 19. You guys have to check it out. So thanks, guys. Oh, look at this. Look at these guys. Oh,
sorry, Steve. Sorry, I went for a drive in the car. I got a lot of leaks in it. Don't worry about it. But we got the best detailer in the world.
That's right.
You detailed all these, right?
That's right.
Come here, guys. Come here, let's check out the Pagani.
Hey, you just got here. Your car is
Look at the Pagani. It's got bird crap and like oil.
Where's the new license plate for Pagani?
Oh yeah, we were gonna transfer that over, but I don't know what.
Tommy, isn't that your job?
So Steve thought it may have been a little distasteful to put Pagani on a Pagani, but it's literally a Pagani. Guys, it's a Pagani.
It fits now.
We literally just had to fix the passenger side window motor because it broke because of bird poop in Monterey. You remember that? You try rolling it down because there was so much poop on the window, it literally broke the motor. Pagani had to replace it. I'm serious.
Alex and I detailed the entire car, but we specifically decided to leave.
Yeah, we had to leave the poop.
We actually put PPF over it.
It gives it character.
Well, anyways, the 19 looks amazing in red.
Yes.
First time, like
you guys saw it for the first time here.
Yeah.
I saw it in SEMA.
You did see it in SEMA. Yeah, no, this looks crazy.
I am shocked how good it looks in red.
It looks like paint too.
Yeah,
For real.
Yeah,
It really
they did
does.
a really good job.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Really,
Flexi
they-
Shield hooked it up. D2 Industries did an amazing job wrapping it. Like it
Yes.
looks amazing.
You had your carbon Aventador done by Flexi Shield,
Yeah,
right?
right there, yeah.
Right
Yeah,
behind
they did
it.
full PPF on the car. Awesome. It actually enhanced the carbon fiber. Like it has
Wow.
so much more depth to it.
Yeah.
What do you think about this Aventador compared to your pink one, the Roadster? Do you have a preference on?
Well, this is new, so the hype is real.
Okay.
Just got this done, so like driving it yesterday with that car was wild. That car is like way more playful and kind of, just bright and loud. This is menacing.
Yeah, I agree.
And this has the Gintani exhaust, the tune. It's just more raw, and it's got to weigh less.
Well, speaking of Gintani, the LM002 is really cool. You have two of these?
That was the perfect transition from Gintani.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, I have two of these. This one doesn't have an engine though.
Oh yeah. What is your plan?
I want to do something crazy, but I need a guy
Uh-huh.
that is affordable, passionate, and timely. Impossible, right?
Exist.
Doesn't exist, right?
Pick two.
Yeah.
And then of course the Aventador, the classic.
I
Pro
think
edition.
this might be one of the cars with the biggest road presence of anything I've ever seen on the road. I'm serious.
Well, that's why I wanted to build a second one.
It's
Because
so
driving
wide.
them together is so much
Yeah.
fun.
This is what talked me into getting a new Aventador, was that when we were here last year,
Yeah,
that's
when you
what flipped my switch. When I saw it, to be honest with you, driving it was great, but seeing like what you did to this in person, it's such a presence.
I think the Aventadors are underappreciated because we've become so accustomed to them and there's so many of them.
Yeah.
But it's such a fun car. As far as road presence and sound, it's hard to beat.
We always say if you were dropped, like when this was parked next to the Pagani and everything else out in Vegas last week, if you were dropped here as an alien and you saw an Aventador, a Pagani, and a 918, you would absolutely think the Aventador was the most expensive, most exclusive. We just see them a lot.
When are you getting a Mercy, Steve? What's going on? Talk to me. What's happening?
I don't know. I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. It's not in the cards right now.
You need to
I know
drive
you
my
have two.
640. You need to drive
640,
my
640 is a whole different ballgame.
Let's do that.
640 is the car.
I would never turn down.
Which
Sounds better,
you
throttle
need to get a
response.
640 too, which
No,
I
I do,
know,
and
I
I'm
know
going
you
to.
know.
I will. But this is 85%
This is the best of the
640.
first gen, Sam. This is the best of the first gen.
That's too funny. Now this is what the crew car should be though, the Espada. I looked at one of these go on Bring a Trailer like a month or two after we were on here, and I was really seriously considering it.
So the only issue with the crew car is it has to keep up with Supers.
Yeah, it's got the V12.
That's gonna be V12.
It's great, it moves. We'll tune it.
It's all about the driver, Tommy.
We'll tune it and throw some downpipes on it.
So this and FF, they're lined up.
Oh, I take this all day,
this
baby.
Is taking the FF.
Yeah. Well, me driving. The driver mod.
You know what? Maybe we'll have to try that. Maybe when we get an FF, we'll have this. We can line them up, you and me, and we'll just
I'm down.
see.
I'm down. Yeah,
We'll just
let's
see
do
what
it.
we can do. So loser buys Texas Roadhouse.
Yes.
Okay.
You remember what last time we?
Yeah, I do. I do.
It was the worst roadhouse of all time.
It was.
And something happened an hour prior.
Yes.
Sorry, Steve. Sorry, bro.
We were heading to the best restaurant in the state of Illinois, Maple and Ashton, Chicago. We had a squad of hypers lined up.
I wore a nice shirt.
He wore a nice
I
shirt.
don't wear a
dressed
nice
up.
shirt.
Yes.
Only for Steve Hamilton. That's right. I haven't worn a nice shirt since.
No more than 2 minutes into the trip, the Senna gets wrecked. It blocks traffic for 3 hours. There were two
other
accidents.
accidents because of that one.
And then we settled at Texas Roadhouse.
And it was the worst roadhouse
When it
ever.
happened, like when I was with Michael, we like heard a really high engine rev. It was like a boom and then a high engine rev.
Oh, you
Like,
heard,
what
and he
is
heard
that?
it from back at the house.
Yeah.
But we settled for Texas Roadhouse, and it was
Awful.
awful because of the.
So
The company was great.
Take two when I beat James in the FF. It's gonna be
Maybe
great.
we'll Nash.
It'll be so sweet. I'd love to see the Jeep Lamborghini.
Yes.
I have not seen that.
Tommy's driving the Jeep Lamborghini.
I'm gonna whip that
He's
around.
gonna go whack some weeds.
a little bit.
I haven't seen that in person since we've been here.
I put this in the special garage.
Let's go, man. Did Steve pick these wheels?
Yeah, these wheels are from Fitment Industries.
Custom offsets.
FitmentIndustries.com. Oh, custom offsets. It is kind of a truck.
CustomOffsets.com, folks, for amazing. If you want your Jeep Lamborghini to look like this, CustomOffsets.com, y'all.
So this was so proportionally correct.
Yes.
This company made this body kit.
Yeah.
I believe they got a cease and desist from Lamborghini.
Wow.
And so this is one of the few remaining on the road today.
And it's a Roadster.
It's a VT Roadster, baby. It's got the roof's right there.
Wait, it actually functionally goes on?
Well, I mean, functionally is a strong use of the term, but
The Jeep steering wheel is the best part of the whole thing.
That's
I would
amazing.
daily
Full
drive
like
this.
Jeep interior.
V6, right?
yeah, I'll show you.
I'll show. No, it's front. It has to be front engine.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense.
We just drove through some of the most amazing cars in the country.
Look at that.
Oh yeah, dude. It is so tucked back in there.
How would you,
How would you ever do it?
Look at the cut job on the body.
Steve!
Hypercars in a carbon Aventador.
I know we featured this way more.
Lamborghini, oh, it's crazy.
It's got some genuine Lamborghini parts on it, though. It really does. Like the tail lights are genuine Lamborghini. Got the headlights kind of genuine Lamborghini, kind of sort of Nissan 300 GX.
Are they
You know,
actually
it's
300?
genuine. Well, that's what they use in the Diablos. The Diablo used Nissan headlights.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No, yeah, true story. They
From
just,
Nissan.
They just
I
added
did
a
not
little
know that.
carbon piece right here to kind of try to hide the Nissan. I don't know. If we wouldn't looked at the 6.0, it might say Nissan.
That would be way.
We gotta go.
We gotta
verify. I don't know.
Okay.
It might not.
Oh my god. You're right.
I don't know.
He's like starting to.
I feel like if
Is
you
it a
could
flathead screwdriver? How you just lift it?
I'm just kidding.
It's not even my car. It's the same headlight for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't know if it's. I think it's branded Nissan. That's why they added this carbon to cover it.
But those people chirping in the comments about the 300ZX headlights, every one of them, they don't have a Diablo. I mean, come on.
Alex owns the Diablo 6.0
I have
as
an
well.
R6
He's
I have an
offended
R6
right now.
Yep.
I have a 6.0 too, though. The Jeep Lamborghini.
They're great headlights. The Japanese make great electronics. They do, you know?
Japanese make everything
Yeah,
great.
they make everything great.
You guys got to stick around because a little bit later we're going to go check out one of the coolest cars ever built, and I'm going to throw some money down on it. Assuming I like it, I'm pretty sure I'm going to love it. This is like one of the rarest, most awesome cars. When you see one driving on the road, everybody looks at them. They're not silly. They're actually amazing, but nobody dailies them. Nobody. So stick around and
It's a
check
car we've
that
been
out.
talking about for 3 years, too.
Yeah, talking
the
about-
right one just popped up. It's,
Yes, that's what she said.
What an introduction to the Jeep Lamborghini that was. That was amazing. Wow, that was mind blowing. I got to get you on camera for my channel to say that to introduce the Jeep Lamborghini.
So Steve, here's the really cool part about being here, because I have a 918, I have a Wide Roadster. Your spec is so good. I can't get over it. I can't.
Thank you.
I like can't stop staring at
So
it.
trade straight
Like-
right now for the Veyron is what I'm hearing.
For the well, I already have a Wide Roadster, so I don't know, I
kinda
need
good.
2 of those. But really, you should get behind the wheel of the Vitesse.
Yeah,
It's a
that'd be
rad
awesome.
experience. I do love the spec, as Tommy was saying. Like,
It's amazing.
it's been a really good car. Yeah, come check this thing
Yeah,
out. Though.
Before we hop
Yeah.
in, we actually brought a gift from Chicago for you.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Tace is an amazing editor, and I know that it might be a pain in the butt for Aidan to edit the same way Tace does. So Natalia, actually, we got these here.
You brought me a G-Wagon? Dude, they brought me the G Square, dude. This is awesome.
It's even better than that, actually.
What do you think?
Yes.
It'll make our life so much.
Oh,
I
so
asked
I'm
Tace for
putting that
permission.
on and I'm wearing it through
Yes.
the whole thing.
So I don't want you to feel. I don't want you to feel left out. So we're all gonna wear them. We got
If
some
we
for all of us.
wear them, I can
Yeah.
These look
Yeah.
like
I called Tace. I'm like, the thought of Steve
Editing.
and Ron just cruising around in a Veyron
with these on.
ski masks.
Okay, that actually would be pretty funny.
That's what I'm saying. It's prime time.
Can I put mine somewhere else?
Dude, that's great.
Did we look a little bit like some sort of mafia? I don't know. All right,
just run
no
the
one
collection
needs to
series.
blur any faces anymore.
That's what I'm
okay?
saying. I think this might be the best idea we've ever had in the history of the Halsey collection. This is number one.
James!
James, you want one?
Oh, you, buddy.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Sophia, I didn't forget you. We
Let's
got
do
one for
it.
Sophia. We got one for me.
Oh my gosh.
Just 5 or
How do I
6
look?
homies rolling around
Yes,
with
yeah,
convertible Paganis,
That actually
918s.
is
Oh,
pretty funny.
dude, that
That's
looks so
awesome.
dumb.
It's gonna be so
Veyron
funny.
looks so crazy.
Is that a matte? Is it a matte PPF? No, this is how it came from the factory. So the front part is matte. The second part, behind the quarter panels
So you have
are
like
gloss.
4 colors going on: matte gray, gloss black, and then the contrasting blue interior and calipers.
Yes. Never had a car with a blue interior. This is my very first one. Didn't know how I was gonna feel about it.
Yeah.
And I love it, dude. Like I love it. It's so unique.
I'm big on bold interiors. This thing is crazy.
Yeah, this thing's fun.
Does my
This is-
spoiler go that high, or is that like a Vitesse?
It does. No, it does.
Oh, it does, okay.
Yeah.
So the visual differences, obviously, between the standard Veyron. So these intakes are larger, and those are exposed carbon.
Wow.
So you get a little bit more air in there, there's a little bit more boost. I think they did a couple other things. So 1,200 horsepower versus the standard 1,000. The body itself has the super sport body on it.
It sounds like it's almost an SS that's a convertible at this point.
So it is an SS. That's
Oh.
that's all this car is
I
a
see.
super sport convertible.
I forgot this is carbon. It's not black.
No, it's carbon, and that's what?
This is the same color.
Oh,
This is the same color your car is going to be. We option black
This
carbon.
is a this
The
is
sunglasses
a
ruined it.
clear bra issue.
That's okay, that happens.
So Steve had me help him spec his Chiron Super Sport, and a lot of my inspiration for his car came from this car.
Oh,
so
seriously?
it's cool. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's rad.
my initial spec was actually the blue, and then
He wanted French racing blue, but
we swapped to orange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That now is like it looks just as good, but this color's amazing. Like it's just.
it's a
the
hodgepodge
spec is
between your
perfect.
rolls and this.
I love how many similarities there are in your guys' collections.
Which one of the cars that you have are your favorite to drive? I ask because I'm by your Porsche, and that's my favorite to drive.
Honestly, man, right now it's probably the Strato. Like the
Okay.
Strato, because I can just beat it up.
Look how dirty it is, I love it.
You just don't even care.
That thing's been used.
Oh, dude, it's been hammered already.
Good.
It only has 1,600 miles on it.
Oh, wow.
But it kind of looks like it has 50,000 miles on it. You know what I mean? So we'll have to replace some parts and clean
At
it
some
up when
point.
it's time to move on. But,
At some point, you'll get its 50,000.
yeah.
Tommy takes
Put the
himself.
photo on screen.
Oh, I will. Don't you worry.
This is my wife's Tech Art Turbo S. Like that has 800 horsepower.
Where's the Pagani?
Pagani is at Pagani.
Okay.
So it's getting the Tempesta package installed.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys remember a few years ago at Barrett-Jackson, Paul Walker, after he died, his family was auctioning off part of his collection.
Yeah.
So this is one of the 5.
Wow.
This one has 15,000 miles on it from 1995. I sent it back to EAG, Enthusiast Auto Group, the BMW experts. And we did basically a rotisserie restoration on this car. And so we've basically gone all new old stock parts on anything that needed to be replaced.
How do you find a new old stock?
Dude, it's actually challenging. It took a long time. So I owned this car for a year before we had everything together with EAG to come in and like redo everything. So I think this is, I think this has to be like the best conditioned car. And I love that Paul Walker owned this and drove it.
The first time I drove this, it was more of a spiritual experience
I'm sorry.
than a driving
I've had
experience.
a couple of those.
It was like you can actually feel something driving the car. You sit in it, and you kind of have to sit in it and like take a breather for a second. You're like, that's cool. You kind of have to take it, and you're like, whoa, there's something more going on in that seat.
Hey, Steve, I don't know if you remember, but those are the wheels, the exact wheels that I wanted to get in your fancy.
They don't look. They look pretty good. They're just not me. They look so thin. They look like they're.
Side profile is not thick. Like, and this car weighs
what she
8
said.
billion
I
pounds.
was thinking the same. Yeah, it does. Like Tommy's mom.
So this has a footrest.
Oh, what?
This has a footrest, and then you guys are talking about this.
That's what I was trying to say.
Well, what do you call the things on the ground?
Not that.
What do you call them though?
So we've got
Footrest
Holders.
yeah, we have the fridge in the back, and then we
yes.
have kind of even some more storage right there in the middle, and then this I don't know if they were
Curtains. The curtains I think are standard.
Curtains.
The starry headliner.
Yep, starry headliner.
It's literally the same interior other than the reclining. That's
really?
amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, the Mandarin.
I think the pinstripe, we almost didn't spec his with the pinstripe, and we added it last minute.
It was a
before.
nice touch.
It makes
And the
whole
orange.
car.
Did you do orange calipers as well?
no.
That's okay. That's all right.
you kind of break up the lines of the car when you do the pinstripe, which I thought was cool. But
no, the pinstripe's huge.
Yeah, and then like the thick carpets and the freaking umbrellas and just like Rolls doesn't.
Do you have the Starry Night? I think all Phantoms do.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And it was the EWB, which added $80,000 to
Yes.
these things, right?
Yes.
Worth every penny.
I don't think people realize that like every inch is about $8,000. That's probably worth it. I would.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, sign me up for a couple.
So anything outside the Pagani that we're missing?
I've got the Super here, the Turbo S. I've got a 550 Barchetta.
Okay.
Z8, and then I've got some bunch of older cars.
Okay.
Mustang too, yeah.
What year is the Mustang?
It's a 69.
A $3 million hypercar in ski mask.
Dude, so you guys have a stock Veyron, and you have the Super Sport coming in.
Yeah, I have like the cheapest level Veyron and then the highest tiered Chiron.
Yeah.
Just point out some differences. The exhaust is amazing. So we have a Rift exhaust sitting in my house right now that's going to go on our Veyron. And just hearing, what was your brand again on this? Quicksilver?
Quicksilver.
Hearing your Quicksilver exhaust makes me super pumped to get the exhaust.
Yes, dude.
Just first of all, driving without a top, amazing. Hearing a much louder engine because of the exhaust, amazing. Black anodized interior parts.
Yep.
I did that on the SS. Tommy and I were really back and forth between the brushed aluminum and then this. Like that looks so clean.
I'm glad you did black.
100%.
Yeah, it looks so good, dude. Like I love the clean factor. You know.
And you and I seem to have similar tastes in cars, first of all, but also in specs. Where I have 3 gray hypercars. I love bold contrasting. I know you said this was a little like stretch for you, but then you got it and you loved it. The color of the interior, right?
Yep.
But like I love bold contrasting interiors.
It'll be interesting to hear your thoughts on like, I don't know if you can tell the difference in acceleration.
I can already tell that. I don't know if it's between mine and this or just the base level in this, but this is way tighter. Like it's.
Is it? Yeah.
There's a little better response. It just feels a little better built, but mine's 10 years older, right? So
when I had James drive this Stradman. He drove it up the canyon and drove it to some other places. He's like, dude, this feels almost like at least a half generation removed from his Veyron. He's like, dude, it's like they just made a tighter car, you know? And like,
I would agree.
Yeah. We looked at initially a Super Sport. I'm like, hey, I was like, Gabe, give me something a little bit more analog than digital. Yeah. And he's like, cool, let's look at the Super Sports. And I'm like, yeah, but I also love top-down stuff. Like your Wyra, my Wyra, the 918s. Like these are cars that you can take the top off of. Yeah. And for me, that was like, I love top-down motoring, dude. It's so fun. Anytime I get a new vehicle, as long as it's available in a roadster variant, that's what I'll be getting. Yes, exactly. So, it's so loud. Oh, the shifting is better too. Is it really? Yeah. It's smooth. Yeah. So you've got a Rimac Nevera, what is it called? Nevera coming in? Nevera, yeah. I'm pretty sure I'll fall in love with my Rimac. When I drove it in Croatia and like that, I bet that's my go-to. Yeah. I like what they're doing. I know none of these cars are ever going to keep up, you know? Like this car will get smoked by any new EV, yet I love this car, dude. This Heritage, it has 16 cylinders. There's pretty much nothing else with 16 cylinders in it. Yeah. I gotta do one pull, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's sick. A lot of right turns. Dude, there's so much traffic. I know, right? That's really nice. It's one of the things I really like about Bugatti, even my Chiron, dude. It was like it's so purpose-built. There's none of these huge giant screens. There's just like straightforward, you know. The other thing I like about this car too is it's super fast, but also you could go road trip in this thing. You know what I mean? I watched like the Triple F guys, you know, and they have a Vitesse. Yeah. They've got their Super Sport. But I often see them grabbing the keys to the Vitesse, dude. It's like they're driving that car around all over the place. I mean, I would too. My honest opinion though, like mine was 1, that was 3. Like it's close. Like so, you definitely paid for some of the spec because it's an amazing spec, right? The Grand Sport is a convertible as well, right? Yep, Grand Sport's a convertible. And those are upper ones. Yep. I would probably lean towards that because it's affirmed that I definitely want to get a Roadster. Convertible, but $3 million would be hard. The Vitesse would be hard. Yes. It'd have to be a good deal. Yeah. Should we go grab some drinks? Let's do it. Is everybody in there? You can order like this. I'm going in just like this. Let's do it.
As we finish our time out here in Utah with Stradman, one of his friends, Damon, actually mentioned that he is selling a car. And this car happens to be one that I've been looking for the past year and that I have always loved. And it is the coolest. Honest to God, this might be the coolest car in the entire collection. And if you see one of these things driving around on the street, it's more shocking and awing than a lot of hypercars to a lot of people. And I am one of those people that I respect this car more than I respect a hypercar that I see. Bro, I've been looking for one of these, but it's so hard to find one with a good history. And 100% not a replica. This is the real deal. Real deal. Look at, like, there was nothing else like this. Coming soon to the Hamilton collection.